15th game of the Ripken League season brings us to Northern Virginia as the Metro South County Braves host the Olney Cropdusters at South County High School. You're watching Cal Ripken Senior Collegiate Baseball League on the Cropdusters Baseball Network. And good evening, everyone. My name is Peyton Yaus, and I'll be bringing you all of tonight's action between two teams on two different trajectories. Since starting 5-2, the Braves have lost 4 of their past 5 games. Meanwhile, the Cropdusters have turned a 2-4 start into an 8-5 overall record by winning 6 of their past 7 games. And in that stretch, the Cropdusters bats have been firing on all cylinders as we send it down to our very own Ali, who has more on the Cropdusters bats over the past 7 games.
What's interesting about the Cropdusters, a couple of thunderstorms has basically had them play for 2 weeks. The one time I talked to one of the players, Donis Rodriguez, he talked about how he was able to maximize on that. He says he went to the batting cage with Jimmy Kirk and a couple of the players, and they're working on timing, they're working on how to hold the bat properly, and it was basically against the Giants where he laid a bunt down, and it just sprang into a couple of hits for them, and a stellar play from Springmeyer. I think it was just one play that started things off for the Cropdusters. Wouldn't you agree?
Thanks again, Ali. The Cropdusters bats have been on fire as of late, and they are hoping to continue that in their second matchup with the Braves of the season. Last time these two teams met, Braves got the better of the Cropdusters in a 4-2 win over at First Responder Field, sponsored by Serve Pro Rockville Olney. But the Cropdusters, a much different team the second time around. They've got new players in the lineup, but as a team, they have a new identity. So, Cropdusters searching for revenge against their South Division foes. And Gosden chops this one up the middle as he leads things off with a single here in the top of the first. So that gives way to Ryan Booma. Booma with 2 home runs in his past 3 games. It's been a trend with this Cropdusters team. Over the first 2 weeks, the team was not reliant really at all on the long ball, but that's changed dramatically over the past week. Landon Springmeyer with 3 home runs in his past 2 games. Booma with 2 home runs in his past 3 games. Gosden has also gone deep. So this is a rejuvenated Cropdusters team who's started to rely more on the long ball. Gosden takes off, and he's in safely. So already, with no outs here in the top of the first, a runner in scoring position for the road team. The 2-1 pitch to Booma is down low. Reed Little on the mound for the Braves. Comes to the team from nearby Hampton-Sydney College. As his 3-1 is taken into left field. Gosden puts the brakes on at third. Runners on the corners, no outs, as Olney looks to strike first. So with runners on the corners and no outs, the dangerous Landon Springmeyer comes up to bat. 2 home runs on Tuesday, another home run yesterday. He's on an absolute heater. He said before the game he's just seeing the ball well. Springmeyer set with a 1-0 count as Little deals. And it gets away. Here comes Godsden. And he's across for the game's first run. Cropdusters take a 1-0 lead. Simultaneously, Booma moves to second, so he's in scoring position. The 2-0 to Springmeyer is grounded over to third. And the throw in time. Ben Robinson gets it to Ryan Henson for the first out. So that brings up Cade Walter. He's in the cleanup spot tonight. So we check out the Cropdusters order. After him, it's Donis Rodriguez, Jimmy Bell, Ben Bolhouse, Kanan Kriefel, and Avery Green. Logan Hartman, of course, on the mound for the Cropdusters as well. The 0-1 from Little. Down low. As the count goes to 1-1. Booma hangs off second base. As Little deals. And it's down the middle for strike 2. The 1-2 is grounded foul past Henson. So Walter stays alive. Walter had the day off yesterday as he looks to make an impact tonight. 1 ball and 2 strikes for him. As that pitch misses just outside for ball 2. Count even at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch is taken over to third base, gloved by Robinson for the second out. So that brings up Donis Rodriguez. Booma still at second. Cropdusters going to spark some 2-out offense here on the road. The 1-0 pitch is taken over the head of the second baseman. Here comes Booma. And the Cropdusters take a 2-0 lead thanks to some 2-out offense from Donis Rodriguez. So that brings up Jimmy Bell. He's behind the dish tonight. should he be needed. Ben Ford, designated runner in place of Bell. As Rodriguez, safe at second. So make it 2 stolen bases for the Cropdusters here in the first inning. One 0 the count for Bell. As Little set to deal. So Bell well ahead with a 2-0 count. Rodriguez hangs off the bag at second. Little's 2-1. Upstairs for ball number 3. So Bell looking to draw the first walk of the game for the Cropdusters. The 3-1. Down low as Bell draws a 5-pitch walk. That brings up the left fielder tonight, Ben Bullhouse. 2 runners aboard for him. 2 outs. Cropdusters look to extend this first inning. Little's 1-0. He's chopped foul. So the count goes to an even 1-1. Bullhouse, one of the newest additions to this Cropdusters team, joined the team on Friday. He's ahead in the count at 2-1. Kriefel on deck, Grain in the hole. As Little's 2-1 is hit on over to second. And that'll do it for the top of the first. But the Cropdusters draw first blood on the road as they take a 2-0 lead as we head to the bottom half of this first inning. Logan Hartman on for his third start of the season. 7 innings for him, just 4 hits allowed, and 6 strikeouts to his name. He's been as dominant as you can possibly be. His first start against the Thunderbolts went 3 innings. Preceded that by going 4 innings his next time out. Here's the lineup he'll be facing for the Braves. As we said, the Braves have run into a bit of trouble after starting 5-2. They sit with a 6-6 record on the season. It's just the third week of this Cal Ripken Senior Collegiate Baseball League season, so anybody alive. But the Braves definitely need to start stacking together some wins. They're in danger of dropping below 500 for the first time since they started 0-2. Full count pitch from Hartman. Down low for ball 4, so Crease leads off with a walk. Dov Mocklin now up to bat. No outs and 1 runner aboard in Crease. Macklin at short tonight. Shows bunt, but pulls it back in time for ball number 1. Beautiful evening for baseball here in Northern Virginia. 85 degrees our current temperature. Some clouds in the sky, but a ball is taken way out into right field. Grain gets it in as runners advance to second and third respectively. Macklin with a no-out double here in the bottom of the first. Two aboard and no outs for tonight's DH, Robert Kelly. Cropdusters with a 2-0 advantage, but that can all change if Kelly can put something in the outfield and score the 2 runners. He pops this one up along the first base side, and the play is made for the first out by Godson. So that brings up Joey Swakowski. Both runners still at second and third respectively. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Braves and Cropdusters doing battle for the second time. Braves won the first one 13 days ago by a score of 4-2 on the road. Hartman in search of his first strikeout. He deals. This is upstairs for ball 1. Hartman's 1-2. This is for ball 2, so it's an even 2-2 count. The 2-2 pitch is flied out into right field, but foul. So we'll redo the 2-2. Hartman with 6 strikeouts on the season. He's in search of number 7, his 2-2. Called strike 3. So that retires Wachowski for the second out here in the bottom of the first. Both runners still aboard, but this time, Braves have just 1 out to play with. Hartman trying to get out of the jam as his 1-0. This is inside for ball number 2. Strike 1 of this at-bat, issued by Hartman. Two 1 is fouled off. So Hartman, from no outs and 2 men on, to a chance to get out of the bottom of the first. He deals. Swung on and missed. Hartman gets out of the jam, and the Cropdusters take a 2-0 lead into the second inning here at South County High School. Kanan Kriefel, Avery Grain, and Patrick Godson to do up for the Cropdusters. They're in front 2-zip as we begin the second inning here at South County High School in beautiful Northern Virginia. If you're just joining us, Peyton Youts bringing you all of tonight's action as Kriefel drops this in front of the left fielder for a leadoff single, back-to-back leadoff singles in the first and second innings, respectively, for the Cropdusters. That brings up Avery Grain, final man in the Cropdusters batting order. Grain out in right field as Kriefel gets back in safely at first. Five of the 8 Cropdusters hitters so far have reached safely as Kriefel this time cannot get back to first in time. So he's gone for the first out here in the second. Grain yet to receive a pitch from Little as the righty deals and misses upstairs for ball 1. Little's 1-0, this time down low, so Grain with a favorable 2-0 count. The 2-0 is popped up along the third base side, and the play is made for the second out. So we're back to the top of the order. Patrick Godson, working on a 1-for-1 line, comes up to bat for the second time. Little's 0-1. Down low. The count goes to 1-1. Cropdusters coming off back-to-back wins against the Aces and Senators, respectively. They look to extend their win streak to 3 games as Godson flies this out into center field. And the play is made for the third and final out. Cropdusters, though, still in front 2-zip as we head to the bottom of the second here on the Cropdusters Baseball Network. James Robinson leads off the bottom of the second here in Northern Virginia. His team down 2-0. Logan Hartman back on the mound for his second inning of work after allowing the first two batters he faced to reach base back in the first. Crease with a walk and then Macklin with a double. Got Kelly to pop up and then use back-to-back strikeouts to retire Swakowski and Albright to get out of the jam. So he's riding high. A guy who has yet to allow a run so far this season. He's gone 8 innings of shutout baseball, 8 strikeouts in that span. So Robinson well ahead in the count at 3-0. Hartman with 1 walk. But he stays alive in the at-bat. The 3-1. Down low for ball 4 as Hartman issues his second free pass. That brings up tonight's left fielder, Matt Wright. Ryan Henson behind him on deck. Ben Robinson in the hole. After that, it's back to the top of the order. Hartman's first pitch to Wright is upstairs for ball 1. Wright lifts this into the outskirts of the infield and outfield. But Rodriguez underneath it for the first out. That brings up Ryan Henson. Robinson still aboard over at first base. Cropdusters tonight on the road for the 3rd straight game. They were at Alexandria on Tuesday. They were at Bethesda yesterday. And here they are today at South County High School, home of the Metro South County Braves. They'll be back home tomorrow to take on the Thunderbolts, but then it's right back on the road for 4 straight road games. One of those, a doubleheader against the Senators on Saturday. The Thunderbolts again on Sunday, and then Big Train again on Tuesday. So not a lot of home cooking for these Cropdusters, but it hasn't mattered. They've won 2 straight, both of those being on the road. A chance to make it 3 with a win this evening. The 1-1 from Hartman. Grounded past Booma at third. Robinson pedals on over to third. And he's in safely. Henson in at second. So once again, for the 2nd straight inning, the Braves with runners at second and third with 1 out. So Hartman got out of the jam last time. Can he do it again is the question. First pitch to Robinson. Right down the middle for strike one. One ball, one strike, and one out for Ben Robinson. He's got runners on second and third as the Braves look to get back into this game. They're down 2-0. Hartman in search of his third strikeout. Can he get it right here? He cannot, as it just misses upstairs. Count goes to 2-2. The 2-2. Down low as the count rides full. Hartman's full count pitch. Ring him up. There's strikeout number 3 for the Cropdusters starter. And just like that, he's 1 out away from getting out of the jam. Back to the top of the order we go in Christopher Kreese. He watches the first pitch go right down the middle for strike one. Oh, to the count for Hartman. He's in search of strikeout number 4. Can he get it right here? He cannot. So we'll redo the 0-2. The 0-2. Is taken into the parking lot behind us. So once again, we'll redo the 0-2. Hartman's 0-2 again. A pitch that Kreese holds off on with the check swing, so he stays alive. One, two, the count for Kreese as Hartman deals. And this one taken into center field, Walter underneath it. And once again, Hartman gets out of the jam. Cropdusters in front 2-0 as we head to the third inning here at South County High School. Ryan Booma leads off the third inning for the Cropdusters. They cling to a 2-0 lead on the road. They're in search of their third straight victory, in search of their third straight road victory as well. Ryan Booma singled in his first at-bat. Chance to make it 2 for 2 with another base knock here. He tags this out into deep left center. And it's gone! Ryan Booma leaves the yard for the third time in 4 games. So the Cropdusters infielder stays red hot with his bat as he goes yard and gives way to a guy who's done the exact same over the past few games. 3 home runs in his past 2 games. Springmeyer in search of his 4th long ball now on the season. Springmeyer down in the count 0-2. Little deals. And it gets away for ball 1. So the long ball has kind of been the interesting shift for the Cropdusters over the past few games. First part of the season, it was a lot of small ball, singles, not too many extra base hits, let alone home runs, but over the past few games, it's just been long ball after long ball after long ball. They've been leaving the yard like crazy, have the Cropdusters. Wonder if the approach has changed or if the team is just rounding into form with the bats as we hit the dog days of summer here in the Ripken League. Either way, the Cropdusters red hot as Springmeyer fouls off that pitch to stay alive. Springmeyer has been the DH the past 2 nights, including tonight. His bat's been red hot as the team has tried to find him ways to stay in the lineup, but he does strike out right there for the first out. So that brings up Cade Walter. No outs, 1 out, and nobody aboard. Walter lined out in his first at-bat. Walter, a guy who kind of jumps between the leadoff spot and the cleanup spot. Tonight he's in the latter, and he fouls off that pitch. One the count for the Cropdusters center fielder. Little's pitch is outside for ball 2. So Walter ahead in the count. Rodriguez awaits on deck. That's the 2-1 from Little. Is grounded over to second, and the throw in time to Henson over at first for the second out. Donis Rodriguez looking to spark some more two-out offense. He did it the last time up to bat. Drove in Buma with an RBI single back in the first. This time, doesn't have anybody on. But always dangerous with the bat is Rodriguez. The 1-0 pitch to Rodriguez is fouled off over the Braves bullpen. As the count goes to 1-1. The 2-1 pitch. Upstairs for ball 3. The 3-1. Down low for ball number 4. So Rodriguez reaches base for the second time tonight via the free pass, and he gives way to a guy who did the same in his first at-bat, Jimmy Bell. Little keeping a keen eye on Rodriguez over at first, as he should. Any chance Rodriguez gets to steal, he will take it, and no pun intended, run with it. Gets back in safely once again. Already dirtying up that jersey is Rodriguez. Black and yellow, turning into a light brown color. First pitch, the at-bat to Bell, is in the upper half for strike 1. Two outs for the Cropdusters as they search to extend their lead. Ball gets away. Rodriguez stays put at first. Smart decision with Cropdusters down to their final out in the third. So Bell down in the count at 0-1. Little deals. As the count goes to an even 1-1. The 1-1. Swung on and missed. So little chance to get out of the inning and record his second strikeout. Ball gets away. Rodriguez already on his way to second. So he's in scoring position. Chance for the Cropdusters to tack on their fourth run. Two balls, two strikes, two outs. The pitch. Down the middle for strike 3. So Bell strikes out to end the inning, but the Cropdusters tack on another run in the form of a Ryan Buma solo home run. It's a 3-0 advantage for the road team as we head to the bottom of the third. Nadal Macklin begins the bottom of the third for the home team. Braves down 3-0 to the Cropdusters. A Ryan Booma solo shot extended the lead to 3. Back in the top half of this frame. So the Braves in an even bigger hole as they look to defeat their North Division foes for the second time this season. Braves won 4-2 all the way back on June 5th. Cropdusters, though, with a comfortable 3-0 lead here in the second game of this season series. These two teams will meet at this very place in exactly 12 days, June 30th. Another matchup here at South County High School between these two sides. As the count goes to 2-2, Hartman on the doorstep of his 4th strikeout. Hartman, can he get strikeout number 4? He cannot, as it's fouled off. So Macklin stays alive. The 2-2. Down low as the count rides full. Full count pitch is flown into shallow right field. Godson comes on to make the play for the first out. Robert Kelly up to bat now. Popped up in his first at-bat. Hartman's 1-0. This is inside for ball 2. Kelly takes this over to Grain, who makes the play out in deep right field. So just like that, 2 gone in the bottom of the 3rd. Hartman looking to extend his shutout streak to 10 innings. Joey Swakowski up to bat now. He struck out in his first at-bat. Hartman 9 2/3 scoreless innings so far this season. He's been as dominant as starting pitcher can possibly be. He's had tremendous strikeout stuff. 9 strikeouts for him on the season. His 2-0 is chopped foul. So he gets his first strike of the at-bat. Two balls and 1 strike for Swakowski. Hartman delivers, and it gets away for ball 3. Hartman has issued 2 walks tonight, those to Crease and Robinson respectively. He has offset it though with 3 strikeouts as he deals once again and misses inside for ball 4. One aboard with 2 outs for Aiden Albright. He was Hartman's second strikeout victim back in the first inning. Braves still in search of their first run. Hartman checks back on Swakowski at first and delivers. It's down low for ball 1. Hartman out of Jacksonville University, one of 3 Dolphins on this Cropdusters team. Him, Cade Walter, and Logan Barada, a trio of Jacksonville ball players. The 1-1 pitch. Inside for ball 2. Two-one. Grounded to Rodriguez. He scoops and gets it to Kriefel in time for the 3rd out. Make it 10 shutout innings from Hartman on the season, and the Cropdusters take a 3-0 lead into the 4th inning. Gary Aarons now on the mound for the Braves as he takes over for Reed Little after 3 innings of work. Little gave up 3 runs, all of those earned, as Aarons turns his attention to Ben Bolhouse. Bolhouse grounded out in his first at-bat. Him, Kriefel, and Grain, the bottom third of this Cropdusters order, the due-up here in the 4th inning. If you're just joining us, Peyton Yaus, bringing you all of tonight's action at beautiful South County High School in Lorton, Virginia. First trip the Cropdusters have made down to Northern Virginia to face this side this season. As we mentioned earlier, they'll be back in 12 days to take on this very team, as Bolhouse gives this a ride out in to right center, and he's aboard with a leadoff single. That brings up Kanan Kriefel. Just like Bolhouse, he had a leadoff single back in his first at-bat in the 2nd inning. Kriefel out of St. Olaf College in Minnesota. He's over at first base tonight, working on a 1-for-1 line. The 0-1 to Kriefel. Down low as he holds up. Aarons delivers. It's down the middle for strike 2. One aboard, no outs for Kanan Kriefel. The pitch. Chopped along the first base side. And Kriefel half a step behind as he's tossed out at first. Does move Bolhouse into scoring position. He's over at second. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Avery Gray now up to bat. He's 0 for 1. Swings at the first pitch he sees and grounds it over to short. And the throw in time for the 2nd out. Back to the top of the order for the 3rd time tonight. Patrick Godson gets his 3rd crack at it. 1 for 2 with a single on the night. Bolhouse still in scoring position at second. Sun starting to set here in Northern Virginia, making for a beautiful sunset, as you can see on your screen. Hints of blue and purple. The 1-0. well inside for ball number 2. The 2-0 from Aarons. Pitch that is not thrown. Bullhouse back in at second. So we'll redo the 2-0. Aarons deals. Once again, he misses, this time for ball 3. Cropdusters trying to spark some 2-out offense here in the 4th. So Aarons issued a violation, and that allows Godson to take first. So 2 runners between the base pads now. Godson at first, Bullhouse at second. And the always dangerous Ryan Booma up to bat. He went deep his second time up to bat, his first time up to bat. Recorded another base hit in the form of a single. So he's 2 for 2. And he swings the first pitch he sees, but fouls it back. The 0-1. Fouled back once again. The 0-2 from Aarons is popped up. And that will do it for the top of the 4th. Cropdusters holding on to a 3-0 lead as we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning here in Virginia. Welcome back to the Cropdusters Baseball Network. Before we begin, bottom of the fourth action, we'll toss it on over to our very own Ali, who's with bullpen pitcher Joey Zito. Ali, what do you have for us?
Joey Zito has looked phenomenal. 5 strikeouts to go along with 4 innings. And another guy who has multiple strikeouts on the season, Hartman, he gives way to the new pitcher on their helm. Tell me about your experience with the team so far.
Overall, I've just love being a part of the team. Good atmosphere to play. You know, it's easy to play with a good head coach like Leader. You know, makes me want to go run through a wall for him. So it's super entertaining to have that as a coach, and just makes me want to play for that guy.
And with Rosenthal as well, what does he usually tell you when you're practicing your pitches and when you're up at the plate or on the mound? That is.
He just have that bulldog mentality. He talks about is just you're gonna go right after guys. You're not gonna play with their food and just go get them. And if they hit it, they hit it. If they don't, so be it. But it's all about just going after hitters and attacking them.
As you prepare for fall ball, going back to East Strasburg, my friend, what have you enjoyed improving on so far?
What I've enjoyed improving on, you got the joke at East Strasburg called the Joker Ball. Been throwing the Joker Ball. That's a Jay Newton special right there. Yeah. He knows what I'm talking about. Been throwing the Joker a lot. Try to throw my curveball a little bit harder and just trying to find the zone a little bit more. So happens, but we're getting there slowly.
So much season in store. We'll send it back to Peyton with the call.
Thanks again, Ali. Great stuff as always. Always nice to hear from our very own sideline reporter as well as our very own Joey Zito. Cropdusters in front 3-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. Carson Kelm on the mound as he takes over for Logan Hartman. Hartman now up to 10 shutout innings on the year. He's up against Robinson in search of his first strikeout. Robinson gives this one a ride out into deep center field. Walter on the warning track, but he makes the play for the first out. Matt Wright up to bat. Popped up in his first at-bat. Kelm out of Lehigh University. One of 3 Lehigh University players on this team. Cade Ahern and Logan Carell, the other 2. Kelm, the anomaly, is yet to start his collegiate career. A recent high school graduate is Kelm. Showing great poise out there. And just like that, he's retired the first 2 batters he's faced, 2 gone here in the bottom of the fourth. So 2 quick strikes issued by Kelm, as he's got a chance to not only retire the side, but also record his first strikeout of the night. The pitch. A drop third strike as Bell throws it down to first. And there it is, the first strikeout of the night for Carson Kelm. And the fourth shutout inning from the Cropdusters. They take a 3-0 lead into the fifth inning when we return. Landon Springmeyer leads off the top of the fifth for the Cropdusters. They're in front 3-0 as we begin this fifth inning in Northern Virginia. A beautiful night. Clouds still in the sky, making for a beautiful sunset. No rain in the forecast. An immaculate night for baseball here in the D.C. area as the Cropdusters look to make it 3 straight victories. Cropdusters at 8-5 on the season. Won 6 of their past 7 games after starting 2-4. Been aided by the long ball, as we mentioned, and as we saw firsthand from Ryan Bouma, as well as additions in the form of Devin Aponte, Patrick Godson, Ben Bolhouse, James Hare, among others. Cropdusters rounding into form as they get to full strength or close to it. Springmeyer 0 for 2 tonight, but he is on a heater. 3 home runs in his past 2 games. Shows a good eye right there as the count rides full for tonight's DH. Aarons deals as Springmeyer pops that up in foul territory for the first out. One gone for Cade Walter. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Search for his first base hit. So Walter heading the count at 2-0. As the 2-0 is chopped foul for the first strike of the at-bat. Donis Rodriguez awaits on deck. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI single as well as a walk. The 3-1. Chopped foul to send the count full. The full count pitch. Gets away for ball number 4. Walter on base for the first time tonight, as Rodriguez comes up to bat with 1 out. Rodriguez not the guy you want to put in between the base pads if you're the Braves. He's got a ton of speed, and he can make you pay. He's reached base twice tonight. Chance to get on a third time. Final score just east of here in Waldorf, Maryland. Southern Maryland Senators took down the Bethesda Big Train in a high-scoring affair. 18-10 the final score. Two other games in addition to this one. Top of the 6th at Blair Stadium. DC Grays lead the Silver Spring Tacoma Thunderbolts 3-2, while the Alexandria Aces sit in front of the Gaithersburg Giants 3-1 at Criswell Automotive Field in the bottom of the 4th. So a full night of action here in the Cal Ripken Senior Collegiate Baseball League. So Rodriguez down in the count 0-2. But he watches that one miss down in the dirt. As we mentioned, Cropdusters back at home tomorrow, 6 p.m. tilt with the Thunderbolts. Rodriguez, his second base hit of the night, moves Walter to third. And there are runners on the corners with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Jimmy Bell up to bat now. 0 for 1 with the strikeout for him. He has reached base, though, via a walk. And Rodriguez moves into scoring position himself, so 2 in scoring position now for the Cropdusters. Still just 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Bell ahead in the count at 1-0. Swings at that pitch, but misses for the first strike. The 1-1. Away for ball 2 as Bell puts himself ahead in the count. The 2-1 pitch is skied and caught for the second out. So both runners stay put. As with 2 outs, Ben Bolhouse comes up to bat. Singled in his last at-bat. Bolhouse tries to hole up, but he cannot. The 0-1 to Bolhouse is hit out and gone. Ben Bolhouse, his first home run in a Cropdusters uniform, and it's a 6-0 lead for the road team. So just like that, the Cropdusters double their lead to 6 runs. And they're in full control on the road in search of their 3rd straight victory, their 7th in 8 games. Kanan Kriefel up to bat. 1 for 2 with a single on the night. Swing and a miss from Kriefel for the first strike of the at-bat. Kriefel well ahead at 3-1. balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. The pitch gets away for ball 4. Kriefel on base for the second time tonight. So the Cropdusters not done just yet here in the 5th. Kriefel aboard with 2 outs as Avery Grain comes up to bat. Braves will talk things over on the mound. Hasn't been the smoothest night by any means. Of course, as we've seen throughout this season, games can turn on their heads in a matter of moments in the Ripken League. So the Braves not out of it yet, but the Cropdusters definitely in the driver's seat with a 6-run lead at the halfway point of this game. Grain comes up into the batter's box. He's 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. Grain, one of the feel-good stories of this 2026 Cal Ripken League season, was previously with the Olney Dusters until they scrimmaged with the Olney Cropdusters. Was then brought up to join the Cropdusters squad and has served as an integral part of the team this season. 5th anniversary season, might I add. He swings and misses at that pitch, which put him down 0-2. To the count for Grain. Braves with a chance to get out of the 5th. Cropdusters with a chance to keep it alive. The pitch gets away as Kriefel waltzes into second base as he's in scoring position. The 1-2 to Grain. Down low to even the count at 2-2. Cropdusters already with a 3 spot in this 5th inning. Kriefel hangs off second as the Cropdusters look for an insurance run. The 2-2. Upstairs, so from 0-2 to a full count we go. Full count pitch. Fouled off as Grain stays alive. Full count pitch once again. Upstairs for ball 4. Grain works his way back down 0-2 to draw the walk and position himself at first base. So that sends it back to the top of the order in Patrick Godson. 1 for 2 with a single on the night. And once again, Braves will talk things over on the mound. This time it might be a different result. As it is, we'll have a new man on the mound after we come back from this short break here on the Cropdusters Baseball Network. Matt Weimer on the mound for his third appearance of the season. 3.2 innings pitched. He struck out 4 batters. He's allowed 5 runs, all of those earned. And an even 4-4 strikeout to walk ratio. He'll go to work with Patrick Godson, who's ahead in the count at 1-0. Weimer's 2-0. Gets away. So Grain moves to second. Krefel moves to third. Cropdusters knocking on the door here in the top of the 5th. They've already got 3 runs in this inning. Chance for 4, 5, and possibly 6. Godson has already gone deep this year. Did that in his very first game in Cropdusters uniform back on Friday. He's got long ball potential. Can he harness it here? The 3-0 from Weimer. Down the middle. So he's back in the count. So just like that, bases loaded in the top of the fifth. Godson draws his second straight walk. So he's over at first. Grain and Kriefel stay put at second and third, respectively. Four straight Cropdusters have reached base. Bullhouse with a 3-run home run, and then 3 straight walks drawn by Kriefel, Grain, and Godson. Cropdusters doing all their offense with 2 outs. Boomer ahead in the count at 1-0. As the pitch is swung on and missed to even it at 1-1. The 1-1. Down low for ball 2. So Boomer ahead in the count at 3-1. Cropdusters 1 ball away from their 4th run of this 5th inning. 3 straight walks drawn by the Cropdusters. Can they make it 4? Yes, they can. RBI base on balls from Boomer allows Kriefel to score, and the Cropdusters tack on their 7th run. So that brings up the man who started off this 5th inning, Landon Springmeyer. Popped up, but this time he's got the bases loaded. Lays off the first pitch he sees and misses for ball 1. Weimer's 1-0. Misses for ball 2. Braves, right now it seems incapable of finding the zone. 4 straight walks issued by Braves arms. Springmeyer ahead in the count at 2-0. He's halfway. He's making it 5 straight. Now it's 3-0 count, but if anybody should be given the green light, it's this guy right here. 3 home runs in his past 2 games, not including tonight. Knowing him, as patient as he is, he'll lay off as he does. So back-to-back RBI walks, 5 straight walks drawn by the Cropdusters, and it's an 8-0 lead here in Northern Virginia. So that brings up Cade Walter. He does have a grand slam on the season. That was in the 3rd game of the season against the Thunderbolts. As he fouls back the first pitch he sees. Walter sits with an even 1-1 count. Fouls back that pitch. Put him down 1-2. Count even once again, this time at 2-2. Count rides full for Walter. Can the Cropdusters make it 6 straight walks? Yes, they can. 6 straight walks drawn by the Cropdusters. Half of those bringing in runners, and it's a 9-0 lead for the road team. Make it 6 runs here in the 5th inning for Olney. The Braves will have another mound visit. Weimer talks things over with his infield as he gets ready to face Donis Rodriguez for the first time tonight. Rodriguez with a pair of singles tonight. Also has a walk to his name. Has an RBI as well. Great chance for 1, 2, 3, or 4 more. But he grounds this to first base, and the first baseman cannot handle it. Cropdusters continue to pour it on there in front, 10-0. That brings up Jimmy Bell. Cropdusters now at double digits. Put up 13 against Alexandria just 48 hours ago. They are as hot as any team here in the Cal Ripken Baseball League. A likely win tonight makes it 7 wins in 8 games for Olney. So Bell ahead in the count at 2-0. Six walks in the past 7 at-bats for the Cropdusters. Scored 4 straight runs off of the past 4 straight batters. So it's a 3-0 count for Bell. The pitch from Weimer is called ball number 4. Another comes across to score. Springmeyer touches home. Cropdusters in front 11-0 as they continue to show vision, power, and everything in between at South County High School. And that does it for Weimer. We'll step aside with him and be back shortly on the Cropduster Baseball Network. Ben Bowhouse back up for the Cropdusters. A new man on the mound in Ryan Petro for the Braves. He's been phenomenal so far. He struck out every batter he's faced, albeit in 1 1/3 innings. Going to need his services right here as they look to end the bleeding. Bowhouse fouls back that pitch. So he's down 0-2. So the Cropdusters have hit through their entire order despite being down to 2 outs the entire time. Bowhouse with a 3-run home run with 2 outs. He's back up again in what has been a phenomenal top of the 5th. Bowhouse swings and misses. So that does it for the 5th inning, but not without 8 runs from the Cropdusters as they blow this game open as we head to the bottom half of this 5th inning here at South County High School. Carson Kelm back for his 2nd inning of work. Ben Robinson leads things off for the Braves. His side down a whopping 11 runs thanks to an 8 spot in the top of the frame. A 3-run home run from Ben Bowhouse, followed by countless RBI walks. Gives the road team a double-digit advantage here in Cropdusters' 15th game of the season. The 2-0 from Kelm is upstairs for ball 3. So Robinson draws the 5-pitch walk. That gives way to Christopher Crease. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out as well as a walk tonight. He tags this, but Godson underneath it for the 1st out. Dov Macklin, 1 for 2, comes up to bat. Had a double back in the first. Kelm's 0-1 is laced into right field. So 2 aboard with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Macklin with his second base hit of the night. Kelm and Bell will talk things over on the mound. Braves in search of any sort of offense. It's evaded them today, as it has through the majority of the past week. Well, once 5-2, they're now 6-6 on a downward spiral, trying to muster some sort of offense. Kelm ready to deal to the DH tonight, Robert Kelly. He swings and misses at the first pitch he sees. Kelly 0 for 2 on the night. He's down 0-1 right here as Kelm delivers once again and gets Kelly to swing and miss for the second straight time. Kelm in search of his second strikeout. Grounded foul along the third base side. Kelm's 0-2. Gets away as runners advance to second and third. Robinson at third. Macklin at second. Braves have been in this position several times tonight. Runners on second and third with 1 out, but they have not been able to capitalize. Hartman got out of this jam twice. Kelm trying to get out of it for the first time. The 1-2. Fouled back as Kelly stays alive. Sun just about fully set here at South County High School. It's been a beautiful night for baseball. Kelm ready to deal once again. His 1-2 is hit into deep center field. Walter tracking. Can't make the play as 2 runs come across. And the Braves finally on the board here in the 5th inning. They trail 11-2. Joey Swakowski up to bat. He swings and misses the first pitch he sees. Strikeout and a walk to his name tonight. The 0-1 offering. Bottom half, but finds the zone. So Kelm, once again on the doorstep of his second strikeout. Kelm's 0-2. Misses down low for ball 1. Jimmy Bell still framing the pitches behind the plate for the Cropdusters. He waits for Kelm's 1-2, but Kelm steps off to gather himself. The 1-2. Chopped over to Godson. And no play at either base, as Wachowski reaches base for the first time tonight via an infield single. Runners on the corners now for Aiden Albright. 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. His line tonight. He watches the first pitch, find the zone for strike 1. We'll update you on some more scores. Grays in front of the Thunderbolts this time, 8-4. That game in the bottom of the 7th. Aces still holding a 3-1 lead over the Giants at Criswell Automotive Field. As we mentioned, the Senators in Big Train. That score final, 18-10 in favor of Southern Maryland. (11 to 2) our score here at South County High School. The 1-2 from Kelm. Fouled back. Trying to get that second strikeout is Kelm. He's been on the doorstep so many times. Here's his 1-2 again. Off the plate for ball 2 to even the count at 2-2. Kelm deals. You bet. Strikeout number 2 for Carson Kelm, and there are 2 gone. James Robinson ahead in the count, 1-0. As a runner takes off for second. And Bell's throw over the head of Rodriguez. As Kelly comes in to score. Braves now trail 11-3. Kelm ready. He deals. And Robinson goes around. His count sits at 1-1. Kelm, as we mentioned, is yet to start his collegiate career, a recent high school graduate, getting an early start on his summer ball career. Kelm's pitch. The third and final strike here in the bottom of the fifth. Backwards K puts down James Robinson as the Cropdusters take an 11-3 lead into the sixth inning. We'll be back shortly on the Cropdusters Baseball Network. Kanan Kriefel kicks off the sixth inning here at South County High School. Cropdusters in front of the Braves 11-3 as they search for their first win against these South Division foes. Griefel has reached base twice in 3 at-bats. Singled in his first at-bat, walked in his third at-bat. Ryan Petro still towing the rubber for the Braves. The 2-1 to Griefel. Down low for ball 3. Griefel trying to make it back-to-back walks. And make it back-to-back walks for the Cropdusters' first baseman. Leadoff hitter aboard once again. That gives way to Avery Grain. He drew a walk his last time up to bat. He's down 0-2. Worked his way to a full count and ultimately drew ball 4. He swings at the first pitch he sees, but fouls it backward. Griefel away from the bag at first base. Did get caught earlier in this game trying to get back to first. The 0-2 to Grain is right down the middle for strike 3. So 1 gone here in the top of the 6th as we're back to the top of the order for the 5th time this evening. Patrick Godson now up to bat. 1 aboard and 1 out for him. Pair of walks to go along with a single and a flyout. He's only been with the Cropdusters for 6 days. Still just getting his feet wet. He's already made a profound impact. Grand slam in his first game. And he takes this one out into the left center field gap. But the play is made for the second out. Two outs and 1 aboard now for Ryan Booma. Two RBIs for him. Solo shot as well as an RBI. Base on balls, but he lines that pitch right to the shortstop in Macklin. So that'll do it for the top of the 6th. Cropdusters still hold an 8-run lead as we head to the bottom half of the frame here at South County High School. Ben Berger now on the mound for the Cropdusters. Takes the ball from Carson Kelm, who went 2 innings. Third different Cropduster to toe the rubber this evening. And he gets the first batter he sees to pop up. So Matt Wright gone. That gives way to Caden Behan. Behan pinch hitting for Ryan Henson. Also covering first base for him in the infield. Berger's 1-2 pitch. Down low for ball 2. Berger's 2-2. Count sits full for Behan. Berger in search of his first strikeout. And he gets it. Strikeout number 1 for Ben Berger. Out number 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. Final man in the Braves order, Ben Robinson, down to his final strike. So Berger makes it a 1-2-3 6th inning as he deals out of the pen. Cropdusters take an 11-3 lead into the 7th inning. Landon Springmeyer leads off the 7th inning here at South County High School. Peyton Yaus bring you all of tonight's action as the Braves and Cropdusters do battle for the second time on the young season. Cropdusters dropped the first game 4-2 at home, but on the road this evening, it's been a complete 180. They sit in front 11-3, thanks to a pair of long balls from Ryan Booma and Ben Bullhouse, as well as some great plate discipline and plate vision that have plated a number of runs, throw in some RBI singles in the mix, and it's made for an offensive output that few teams have rivaled so far this season. Two balls and one strike for Springmeyer as he flies this out into left center. And there is one out here. Cade Walter up to bat. Back-to-back walks for him. One of those, an RBI. A 1-0 pitch. Down low. So Walter well ahead at 2-0. Petros 2-1. Swung on and missed. The 2-2. A pitch that Walter does not go around on. Counts it's full. Walter looking to make it 3 straight walks. The pitch. Called strike 3 as Walter is retired for the 3rd time tonight. Two outs now for Donis Rodriguez. Petros 0-1. Foul back, so Rodriguez quickly down 0-2. Petro's offering down the middle for strike 3. So that does it for the top of the 7th. Cropdusters still in front, 11-3, as we head to the bottom half of the frame on the Cropdusters Baseball Network. Christopher Crease up to bat for the home team. He leads off the bottom of the 7th here at South County High School in Northern Virginia. Cropdusters in front 11-3. They scored 2 runs in the first, 1 in the third, and then a mind-blowing 8 in the 5th. Contributions from across the board as they look well on their way to their 3rd consecutive victory, the 3rd consecutive road victory at that. They scored 13 runs against the Aces on Tuesday. That game was cut short after 7 innings due to mercy rule. Yesterday against the Big Train, Cropdusters put up 9 runs in their 9-3 victory over Bethesda. And today, 11 runs so far as Berger retires Crease. That gives way to Nadav Macklin. He's been the Braves' top performer so far. 2 base hits, single and a double to his credit. Berger gets him to swing and miss. He's on the doorstep of another K. A 1-2. Outside for ball 2. Berger with 3 straight strikeouts dating back to the previous frame. That pitch gets away, but count sits full. Berger in search of his 4th straight strikeout. cannot get it there as Macklin works a walk to get on base with one out. Robert Kelly now up to bat. 0 for 2 up to his last at-bat. Then he laced a 2 RBI double into the outfield. Burgers 1-0. Foul in front of Braves bullpen. It's 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Another ball chopped foul in front of the Braves dugout. Bullpen, excuse me. Burgers 1-2. Grounded right back to him. He can't get his glove on it. So give Kelly an infield single. 2 aboard now with 1 gone in the bottom of the 7th. Joey Chakowski will face Ben Berger for the first time tonight. Infield single is the last time up to bat. A walk and a strikeout to his name tonight as well. The 1-0 pitch. Down in the dirt for ball 2. Burgers 2-0. Misses for ball 3. Braves with a chance to load the bases with 1 out. Take more than that to get back in this game. But they do that. Bases juiced, 1 out. As Aiden Albright comes up to bat. Albright 0 for 3 tonight. 2 strikeouts and a groundout. Pitching coach A.J. Rosenthal. Converse with Berger, as well as the rest of the Cropdusters infield. So out at Blair Stadium, Braves lead the Thunderbolts 8-4 in the bottom of the 9th. And in the bottom of the 9th at Criswell Automotive Field, the Aces lead the Giants 8-3. So those 2 games on the brink of going final. Our game here, not final just yet, but Game trending in the right direction for the Cropdusters as they sit in front 11-3. Bases loaded for Albright. First pitch he sees misses upstairs for ball one. Berger out of Frostburg State University delivers, and Albright drives this into the glove of Cade Walter, who makes the play, but his throw not in time. Macklin comes across to score. Braves cut it to 7 runs. Swing and a miss from Dean Reynolds. Pinch hitting for James Robinson. Oh, to the count for Berger. His sights set on retiring big number 28. Berger deals. Just misses for ball one. And there it is. Swing and a miss as Berger gets out of the jam, allows just 1 run. Cropdusters still comfortably in front. 11-4 our scores. We head to the 8th here in Northern Virginia. Jimmy Bell up to bat to begin the 8th inning here in Northern Virginia. Cropdusters lead the Braves 11-4 in what will likely go down as another complete win for the North Division side. 13 runs put up against the Aces on Tuesday, 9 against the Big Train yesterday, 11 so far against the Braves. They have dominated not just past few games, dating back to a week ago when they got really started on this hot streak against the Grays. 5-1 victory, snapped a multi-game losing skid, put them back in the win column, and now they're on the verge of winning 7 of their past 8 games. Two-1 the count for Bell. 2 walks for him on the evening as he grounds that foul to the left side. Swing and a miss from Bell retires him. As Ben Bullhouse comes into the batter's box. Single and a 3-run home run for tonight's left fielder. He's had his best game so far as a Cropduster tonight. One of the most recent additions to this Cropdusters team. Two for 4 tonight. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Bullhouse holds up on that pitch. But he watches that find the zone as he sits with an even 2-2 count. So a full count for Bullhouse. Bullhouse looking to reach base for the 3rd time tonight. The full count pitch is swung on and missed. So Petro with back-to-back strikeouts in this frame. 4 straight strikeouts for him, dating back to the previous inning. Kanan Kriefel ahead in the count at 1-0. He's been seeing the ball very well tonight. Back-to-back walks for him as he sends this one up into the night sky. And the play is made in right center field for the 3rd out. The Cropdusters hold a comfortable 7-run lead as we head to the bottom half of the frame here at South County High School. New man on the mound for the Cropdusters in the form of righty number 30, Sean McCabe. He takes the ball from Ben Berger. Berger, like Kelm, went 2 innings. Logan Hartman preceded those two, went 3 innings, so McCabe in for likely the final 2 innings of work. The Cropdusters seek to put the finishing touches on a dominant victory on the road, their 3rd straight road victory, and their 3rd straight victory overall. As we mentioned earlier, this week, pretty much one big road trip for the Cropdusters. They were in Alexandria on Tuesday, Bethesda yesterday, today in Lorton, and then after a home game tomorrow, it's on the road to Waldorf to take on the Senators, and then out to Silver Spring to take on the Thunderbolts. So lots of miles put on the cars for the Cropdusters this week. As McCabe retires Matt Wright to begin the 8th inning. Caden Behan comes up to bat. Pinch hitting for Ryan Henson. Doesn't swing at the first pitch he sees, but it finds the zone. So McCabe ahead in the count at 0-1. And just like that, he's 1 strike away from his first strikeout. The 0-2. Called strike 3. McCabe needs just 3 pitches to retire Behan. And he's 1 out away from a 1-2-3 bottom of the 8th. Comes across another strike. McCabe finding his rhythm as he deals. And it's grounded over to Godson. And the throw in time to Kriefel. A 1-2-3 bottom of the 8th for Sean McCabe as we head to the 9th inning here in Northern Virginia on the Cropdusters Baseball Network. A new man on the mound for the Braves in the form of Tyler Kim, 6 foot 200-pound right-handed pitcher from Great Falls, Virginia. Goes to school north of here at New Jersey Institute of Technology. As he'll take the ball for the 9th inning. 12 appearances this past season at NJIT. 4.74 ERA in 19 innings for him. Struck out 24 batters, held them to a .236 batting average. Year before that, appeared in 5 games, posted a 3.38 ERA in just over 5 innings of work. And he'll go to work against Avery Grain, who leads off the 9th inning here at South County High School. Cropdusters in front 11-4. And so Grain strikes out for the 2nd straight time. And that gives way to the top of the order in Patrick Godson for the 6th time tonight. Count sits at 1-1 for the Cropdusters leadoff man. One for 3 with a single tonight is Godson. Also has a pair of walks to his name. pitch from Kim. Down the middle for strike 2. Kim's offer is fouled back. The 1-2 once more is fouled back once again. Into the parking lot it goes, but thankfully no damage to any vehicles. So we'll redo the 1-2 once again. Kim in search of his second straight strikeout. He deals. And it skips in the dirt for ball 2. A pitch laced into right center. Godson pushing for 2. And he slides in safely. A 1-out double for the Cropdusters leadoff man. As that brings up Ryan Booma. 2 RBIs for him tonight. Solo home run. Big highlight tonight. One of 2 home runs for the Cropdusters. Ben Bolhouse's 3-run shot being the other. Booma has a runner in scoring position in the form of Godson. Chance for another RBI. Kim's 1-0. Inside for ball 2. Kim can't handle it. So credit Booma with an infield single, runners on the corners with just 1 out for the Cropdusters. That brings up Landon Springmeyer. Still looking for his first hit of the night. Does have an RBI walk though. Grays and Thunderbolts has gone final. Grays with an 8-4 victory. Aces and Giants has also gone final. Aces 8, Giants 5. Senators and Big Train, of course, 18-10 the final. As Springmeyer leaves no doubt about that one. 4 home runs in 3 games. And this kid continues his tear. Cropdusters, 14-4 their lead. Are you kidding me? Another long ball for Springmeyer as he puts the Cropdusters back in front by double digits. Said before the game he was seeing the ball well, and that right there, further evidence of that claim. So the base is cleared for Cade Walter. Like Springmeyer, in search of his first hit of the night. Springmeyer just got his. Walter, chance to get his as well. The 1-0 misses for ball 2. So Walter well ahead at 3-0. Walter with a 4-pitch walk. His third of the night. One aboard with one gone now for Donis Rodriguez. The 1-0 to Rodriguez. Misses inside for ball 2. The 3-0. Finds the zone on the expected 3-0 fastball. So Kim back in this at-bat. Walter still at first. Rodriguez sits with a 3-1 count. Kim's offering. Another fastball. Sneaks into the zone as the count rides full. The full count pitch. Make it 2 walks on the night for Rodriguez. 2 aboard, still 1 out here in the top of the 9th. Jimmy Bell up to bat. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, one of those an RBI, and a pop-up on his line tonight. He faces Kim for the first time. Does an offer at the first pitch to send the count to 1-0. And Bell takes this out into left field. It drops. Walter scores. Rodriguez scores as well. The Cropdusters not done just yet. 16-4 the score here at South County High School. Bullhouse with 1 aboard in Jimmy Bell comes up to bat for the 6th time tonight. 3-run home run for him. Also has a single. 0-1 from Kim. Called strike 2. Kim delivers. But misses for ball 1. Fouled back is that pitch. The count remains 1-2. Bullhouse ready. Kim's pitch is swung on and missed. So Bullhouse retired. And there are 2 gone in the top of the 9th. Down to their final out in the top of the 9th. Cropdusters give way to Kanan Kriefel. He's reached base 3 times tonight. 2 walks, a single. He's got Bell in scoring position at second. Kim's 0-1. Pitch that Kriefel goes around on. So Kim has the opportunity to get out of this inning. It would be with some damage. 5 runs he's allowed, but a chance to stop bleeding right here. The pitch. Down the middle for strike 3. But the Cropdusters, if they hadn't broken this game open already, will they do it in the top of the 9th? 5 runs gives them a 16-4 lead. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th here in South County High School when we return. Sean McCabe back out for his 2nd inning of work as he looks to put the finishing touches on a dominant Cropdusters win, their 3rd straight at that, and their 3rd straight victory on the road. McCabe went 1-2-3 in the 8th, and he's on the verge of getting a strikeout to begin the 9th. The 0-2 from McCabe. Swung on and missed. Nadav Macklin up with one out. First pitch he sees is a strike. That pitch fouled back as he's quickly down 0-2. McCabe looking for strikeout number 3. And he gets it. Macklin, a weak check swing, puts the Cropdusters just one out away from their third straight victory. This one hit out into right field. Green underneath it for the third and final out. So 16-4, the final score in Northern Virginia. Another dominant victory for the Cropdusters as they get their third straight victory, their third straight road victory, and their 7th win in 8 games. They'll return to First Responder Field, sponsored by Servpro Rockville Olney, red hot, as tomorrow is Howard County baseball night. So their home fans ready to see them. And I think the same is true for the Cropdusters. There's no place like home, and that's where they'll be tomorrow. We'll be streaming tomorrow's game as always, so be sure to tune in what should be another fun evening of baseball. For Peyton Yaus, signing off here from South County High School. Make sure to tune in tomorrow when the Cropdusters take on the Thunderbolts. First pitch at 6 p.m. Our final score tonight, 16-4, Cropdusters over the Braves.